Have you ever sent a message to someone and spend a lot of time thinking about did you send the right message, or how would the person on the receiving end would have felt, or is there something wrong with the message, or you have made a decision and you have spent days to think about that small decision, or you are spending late nights, you are just being awake and thinking about what has happened in the past or what's going to happen in the future. Well, you're not alone. We all have been in this situation. I personally have spent a lot of time. We all are overthinkers, and there's nothing to be ashamed of it. Don't feel judgmental. Today, we will learn about what an overthinking is, what is going on exactly in the mind of an overthinker. Why is this thing happening to you, and how you can get out of it? Firstly, let's understand what overthinking is. People often associate this with too much thinking. Well, they are absolutely wrong. Overthinking is a state of mind where you are constantly stuck in a loop. The same situation, the same scenario, the same thought process, the same what if, and constantly going on in your mind, but you are never getting to a conclusion. There's a bright side to it, or there can be other side too, as you want to look at. And researcher says that often an overthinker tends to be more intelligent and better knowing themselves, because you have played all possible scenarios and situations in your mind already. If you are an overthinker, there's nothing wrong with you. It's just your mind is very much active and you are not taught how to stop it or how to control it. Your brain cannot tell the difference between thinking about a problem and solving a problem. So, whenever you are thinking about a complex thing, your brain problem solving circuit activates. And as soon as you go on thinking again and again, your brain starts to think that you are solving a complex problem, and it starts to release the dopamine, that is the reward hormone, and your brain starts to think that you are actually solving a problem, but in reality you are just thinking about that problem in your head, and your brain is doing weird things and just thinking that you are doing real life problem solving. That is why you have seen that whenever you make a list or to-do list, or you make plans for going somewhere, it feels like you have achieved something out of it, but you have just made a to-do list. You have not done any work, but at the same time it feels like you have achieved something. This is a pattern. You have to recognize it, and as soon as you start to recognize it in yourself, see for exact patterns that when you are exactly thinking about something, you are having the happiness that you have achieved something. When this is just happening to you every time you are just by thinking it, recognize this pattern and start to work on it. Don't just stop on the feeling of being happy, start to work actually on the problem. Overthinking is almost always about control or illusion of control. Every time there's a scenario in which there's a part of you that is at a risk or is threatened, it tries to get back to safety. But the situation is, how can you get back to safety? You can get back to safety by thinking all the possibilities that can happen in that risk or threatening environment. Let's assume, with an example, that tomorrow you are having an interview. You are an overthinker and you start to contemplate every possible thing that can go wrong just to take control of that situation. But here's the part, life is uncertain. You cannot control everything in your life. And having the respect or having the thought that it is uncertain is important. Most of the time, overthinkers tends to control everything. That makes them to think constantly in their mind. At any stage of their life, they have developed a thought that they can prevent anything that can happen to them in future. So they starts to think each and everything so that they can control it. The baseline is understand the uncertainty. There is uncertainty in life. You cannot control everything. You can prepare for it, but you cannot control it. So you can prepare for 2 to 3 worst case scenario. Yes, you can prepare for it, but at the same time, at the last, you should know that there's a chance of uncertainty. The day you understand that, the overthinking gets lower. Almost every overthinker lives either in past or in future, replaying moments of the past, thinking about what you could have done better, what you have said, what things that you can say when same scenario, same situation happens, or projecting about future. How can I get there? What people will think about me? Constantly playing these past and future things and not really living in present, the place where you can actually control. These two things, past and future, are exactly out of your control. You can't control what you have done in past. You can't control what is going to happen in future. But the only thing you can control is present right now. And you are constantly not focusing on that. And then you are just in a state of dilemma that you cannot done that or you could not get that. So understand this, what is going on in your head. Recognize this pattern. Is this something you are constantly doing? If you're seeing this video and you recognize this, just try to get it back. You can just understand this by consciously seeing that pattern in yourself. And as soon as you see that, try to just come back to present. Work constantly in present, that is in your control. Now let's talk about 4 actual things that works, not any generic advice. First, the worry time. Set a time period when you think about it. What does this means is whenever a thought comes to your mind and it is constantly coming, tell yourself that there is an allotted time, for example, 10 o'clock before sleep. At that time only I will think about those thoughts. So your brain gets a message that you are not disregarding a thought, you are just setting a time period. At that time only you will think about it, and it actually works. Second, 5-year rules. Whenever a thought come to you on which you are spending hours or you are likely to spend hours, ask yourself, is this thought relevant for next 5 years? Does this thought will make me get anything in next 5 years, or it is just something that will drain my energy and I just will end up overthinking it? As soon as you will ask this question, your brain will give you a straightforward answer. Third, move your body. Whenever you are in a state of overthinking, you are stuck in that loop. Your body is stiff. As soon as you start to think, consciously understand it and consciously just start to move your body. Go for a walk, go for a running, do a small 5 to 10 minute of workout. This helps to break that cycle and you get out of that overthinking state. Fourth, write it down. Your brain constantly overthinks some idea or some thought because it thinks that it might not remember after a while. So it constantly keeps that in your mind. By writing it, You signals your brain that now I have written it, now it is safe and secure. It will not be something that I will miss it out. And as soon as you do that, your brain gets a signal that it's all right. There is no need to overthink about this. There is no need to remind every time about these thoughts. The goal is not to stop thinking. Deep thinking, critical analysis, seeing situation from different angles is not the problem. The goal is to understand when this thinking is helping you or serving you, and when it starts to consume you. You have to consciously observe your thoughts. That is this something just going on in your head in loop, or is this really serving you? After careful observing, you will get an idea whenever you are getting in that state of overthinking. There's nothing bad about thinking, or there's nothing bad about overthinking also. It tells that you are very much active in your thoughts. You have a very active mind. You just need to thought that how to stop and how to control that. And just by observing it, you can achieve it. I have told you various reasons and how you can fix it. If you find this video informative and helpful, share this with one person who needs it, and subscribe to my channel so that I can grow and make more helpful videos for you.